And so it came to be that the 4 kids packed us up and brought us over here, and we were upset because we didn't want to be here. And anyway, we have a nice, beautiful apartment, and we were upstairs, and the kids were unpacking us and hanging pictures and being happy with us, trying to make us be happy. And Lee Allen went out on the balcony to look, and he looked down. We live on the 11th floor, facing the south. And he looked down and he said, "Honey, come here, I want to show you something." And I went out on the balcony, and he said, "Look, right down there, across the alley over there." He said, "What do you see?" And I said, "I don't know, I see a sign that says Mazona." He said, "Well, you don't remember?" And it hit me like a bolt. When, before we were married, he was in the service, and I was going to school at San Diego State. And he came to the dorm where I lived to see a friend of his sister's after he got out of boot camp. And I was the blind date that I didn't want to go. But anyway, he went back to the base that night and told his buddies that he had met the girl he was going to marry. And as far as I was concerned, I was never going to see him again. And anyway, to make a long story short, we started going together. And then he got shipped out to Montauk, Long Island. And he came back on a leave, and I was able to go over to here to Phoenix, where he was born and raised, to stay with his folks for a week and see Lee Allen. And he said, "I'm going to take you dancing." And I said, "Okay." So we came into Mesa from Phoenix to this place called the Mazona. And it was a dance hall. He said, "Let's go outside." He said, "There's an orange grove out there, and I want to show it to you." And I thought, that's sort of dumb. I've seen orange groves. But anyway, I went out with him. And we were sitting there, and a couple of kisses later, he said, I want to ask you to marry me. And I about fainted. And he gave me this ring. And then when we had 64 years, he passed away. But before that, when we moved here, when we moved in that day, he'd had me go out on the balcony, and I looked down and I saw the Mazona, and we ended up in the place where we started, which means a very lot to us, and it did.